Good morning, ma'am. My name is Navita. Roll number is 5414. My presentation topic is stratified random sampling. First of all, we define stratified random sampling. Stratified random sampling में population को स्मॉल ग्रुप्स सब ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया जाता है और हम इसको स्ट्राटा या स्ट्राटम भी कहते हैं। इसमें स्ट्रेटेजिकली पार्टिसिपेंट्स को इन्वॉल्व करते हैं और हमारे पास मैक्सिमम चांस होता है जो हमने सब ग्रुप्स लिए हैं कि हम सभी को रिप्रेजेंट कर सके। प्रोपोर्शन स्ट्रेटिफाइड सैंपल में जो सब ग्रुप हैं पॉपुलेशन के इनसाइड, उनमें से सैंपल रिसीव करके और सैंपल गैदर करके सेम प्रोपोर्शन में उस पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करना होता है। स्ट्रेटिफाइड रैंडम सैम्पलिंग में जो इक्वल साइज और नॉन प्रोपोर्शनल साइज है और जो सब ग्रुप बनाए हैं उनमें से लेना होता है। रीजंस फॉर stratified random stratification. To obtain estimates of non-reason for certain subdivision of the population by treating each subdivision as a stratum. Since sampling is done independently in each stratum, separate stratum estimates and the reason can be obtained by treating each stratum as population in its own right. For example, if we want to survey household survey, we need many informations like income group, occupations, age group, etc. Next is for administrative convenience. For example, stratification can provide survey organization to control the distribution of field work among its regional officials. Next is sometimes different part of the population may call for different sampling procedures. With human population, people living in institution, example hotel, hospitals, are often placed in a different stratum from people living in ordinary homes. In household surveys, since households are sparsely populated in rural areas compared to distribution of household in urban areas, separate sampling. Stratified random sampling is appropriate whenever there is heterogeneity. What is heterogeneity? If we divide one data divided into two subgroups, it's called heterogeneity. Heterogeneity in a population can be classified with ancillary information. The more distinct strata, the higher the gains in presence. The same population stratified multiple times simultaneously. Advantage is higher precision of estimates. Next is provide separate estimates of each stratum. Now disadvantage is require ancillary information. Now next can be more time consuming of plan and implement. Now example of stratified random sampling is suppose a research team wants to determine the GPA of college students across the US. The research team was difficulty to collecting data from 21 million college students. It decided to take a random sample of the population by using 4,000 students. Now assume that the team look at different attributes of the same participants and wonder if there are any differences in GPAs. The students measure. Suppose it finds 560 students are English majors, 1135 are science, 800 computer science, 1090 are engineers, and 415 are maths majors. The team want to use a proportional stratified random sample where the stratum of the sample is proportional to the random sample in the population. Assume that research in demographics of college students in the US find the percentage of students measure in 12% measure in English 28% major in science, 24 in computer science, 21 in engineering, 15 in mathematics. These thus 5 strata are created from the stratified random sampling process. The team then needs to confirm the stratum of the population is in proportion of the stratum in the sample. However, they find the proportions are not equal. Then needs to resample 4,000 students from the population, randomly select 480 English, 1000 1120 science, 960 computer science, 440 engineering, 600 mathematics students. With those, it has a pro- proportionate stratified random sample of college students, which provides a better representation of students' college majors in the US. The researchers can highlight specific stratum, observe the varying studies of US college students, and observe the various grade point averages. Now, these are links about the topics. Thank you, ma'am.